Welcome to Around the Peninsula. I'm Senior Airman Brandy Durr. Becoming an expert in any given field is no easy task. Specialist Jordine Matthews tells us about a group of medics who are up for the challenge.
Blinded by clouds of smoke and deafened by ear-piercing screams of wounded warriors, soldiers push forth to earn the Expert Field Medical Badge at Warrior Base. Candidates from over 15 units throughout Korea attempt to take on the challenge to earn one of the hardest badges in the U.S. Army.
Well, obviously, it's a tribute to all medics. It's an accomplishment for those who pass, and I wanted to be part of that top tier. So when I heard about this opportunity, I made sure I was able to come out and complete it, and then put forth the effort to actually get to this point, so I'm proud of myself, definitely.
With less than a 20% success rate on average, having dedicated NCOs within 4-7 cav to push him made all the difference for Specialist Driver.
My first line sergeant was the one that ran the whole ruck with me, and that was definitely key in finishing first.
He's one of the best soldiers I've ever seen in the Army. We trained for a couple months prior, at least once a week, so he had the basic skills down, so when he got here, he would know at least what he was getting into. I'm just so proud of him.
Soldiers test their skills and proficiency in the medical field by completing lanes based on realistic events. What started off with 242 medics was down to just 18 by the start of the final event, a 12-mile foot march.
Keep it going, keep it going.
It's a long week, and seeing your battle buddies falter can sometimes break that confidence a little bit. Knowing that I can pin that badge upon my chest is definitely something that I'm going to take with me through my Army career.
Specialist Jordine Matthews, Warrior Base, Korea.
The Expert Field Medical Badge had a pass rate of 19% in 2013, making it one of the most difficult and prestigious Army skill badges to earn. Using mathematical fractions are part of our daily lives. Specialist Aaron Loy is at the middle of a unique camp at Osan Middle School to give us the details.
Teachers, volunteers, and students gather at Osan Middle School for Fraction Boot Camp. At first thought, one might think fractions don't deserve this much attention, but 8th grader Kaya Dublin believes they have many practical uses.
Cooking is a big one, and measuring, like, not just for water and all that stuff, but like measuring how much you need to put into like your laundry detergent.
Event coordinator Martha McIntyre takes the term boot camp seriously by holding exercises between math problems. She believes the camp greatly benefits the students.
To see the expression on their face when they finally have it, it's like you can see these little light bulbs come on. And it really gives them a lot of confidence and so forth, which makes any teacher feel good. So that's the idea. We want to help them learn, how to get the basics, so they can go from there and fly in any direction they want.
Specialist Aaron Loy, Osan Air Base, Korea.
This is the 4th year for the Fraction Boot Camp. Imagine trying to escape from an internment camp in North Korea and live to talk about it. Staff Sergeant Chris Bevins tells the story about one man who did just that.
Mr. Shin Dun-yuk, a North Korean defector and prison camp escapee, speaks to Kunsan Air Base about his journey.
I've never dreamed of my escape during my living in the camp. One day, I started to hear life outside the camp. I wanted to see what life would be like, what kind of food people outside the camp would eat, what kind of lives they would live. So I made up in my mind to escape from the camp.
Mr. Shin's experiences growing up in Camp 14 brought the Wolfpack's mission into focus for one attendee in particular.
Personally, I think what I got from it is just bringing it back to the basics, you know. Why I'm proud to be free, why I'm proud to be an American, why I'm proud to serve, why do I serve? I serve to protect my family, I serve to protect my freedom, and I serve to protect and ensure that the future of our generations actually have those rights and freedoms. You know, a lot of times airmen don't really know exactly why they're here, but listening to his words and understanding the things that he went through and the reason why he has the rights that he has now, it actually gives us a reason and a purpose, like, more direct. You know, all the airmen, I think, that witnessed what he had to say gained that perspective and reconfirmed the reason why we're here.
And after everything he's been through, Mr. Shin still has hopes for the future of the peninsula.
It is sad that Korea is divided into two countries. We have to be united someday because we are one people. I think the U.S. can play a big role in helping Korea to be united and can make a huge contribution as a world leader.
Staff Sergeant Chris Bevins, Kunsan Air Base, Korea.
Shin is the only person known to have successfully escaped from a total control zone grade internment camp. Honoring the past was a focus for a special event held at Camp Red Cloud. Specialist Pedro Amador tells us more.
We light a candle to honor those whose
Soldiers from the 2nd Infantry Division gather at the Camp Red Cloud Theater for a special guest speaker during a Holocaust remembrance.
Passing the light of memory and hope from one to another.
Today's guest was born in Paris, France, in a displaced persons camp after World War II. He's in for a surprise of a lifetime as he listens to the 2nd Infantry Division's role as a liberating unit.
My father told me a story. Not once, not twice.
Until I came here, I was honored to be invited. After I read the history of the 2nd Infantry Division, I owe the division a lot because the division liberated my mother, something I never knew. And the tie-in was the word Hasag, ammunition camp. And that's where my mother was. So now it's very personal. I could not believe that I had a chance to actually say thank you to men and women who serve in a division that liberated my mother.
This mass killing machine that engulfed Europe.
If we don't remember history, we don't connect to history, it can repeat itself again, and that cannot be. I'm honored to be invited to speak to soldiers, but surely when I came here and read the history, it was much more than honor. I feel I'm part of the history of this division.
It's clear the deep gratitude and respect that Chaplain Goldstein has for the 2nd Infantry, and if he could speak one last time to his mother,
I would say, Mommy, I found the soldiers who saved you and rescued you. I was with them.
Specialist Pedro Amador, Camp Red Cloud, Korea.
Chaplain Goldstein earned a Master's of Divinity and became ordained as a minister. Leaving a best friend is never easy. Staff Sergeant Jill LeBron introduces us to a pair of airmen who have the good fortune to be stationed together once again.
Go ahead and have a seat there and take off your blouse for me.
Unaccompanied tours are hard for even the toughest airmen, but having a trusted friend by your side makes a big difference.
Ever since I've met her, she was genuinely nice and helpful. She's consistently the same all the time, so you're not gonna get like a surprise person. Like in the end, she's pretty awesome that way.
The bond between the airmen helps them and their families cope with being apart from each other.
It's helped the transition, I think, for both of us being over here because we have something to relate to. Our kids know that we are together, and that's been easier for them to put a face to one of my roommates. So just wait here, the doctor will be in to see you shortly, okay?
She really, to me, like embodies what an NCO is supposed to be like. Core values, just doing what she's supposed to do. She gets so involved in her patients that they just love her. They really just love her.
The way these two met seems straight from a Hollywood movie script.
Our sons are best friends. They were like talking about each other all the time, and then we realized that we worked in the same clinic at the same base, and come to find out that we're from the same hometown.
We never met until we were stationed together at Luke in Arizona about 4 or 5 years ago, but just kind of ironic that we actually are from the same place. Definitely.
Staff Sergeant Jayo Laborn, Kunsan Air Base, Korea.
Both technicians are from Peoria, Illinois. That was your Around the Peninsula for Thursday, May 15th. To see these stories and others, go to the AFN Pacific website or view them through the AFN Pacific app. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.
You check out any of the playoffs?
Yeah, I've been watching. You watched the game last night?
Hold on.
Don't you know it's mandatory in Korea to recycle? Not only does it help the environment, but it also helps you from getting fined.
I guess you're gonna have to start recycling now, huh?
Yeah, definitely.